Hi, and welcome to the Pippin podcast. I'm your host, Jerome Marquez.
And I'm Gabriella. Today we are sitting here with three new members of the Free Theater. First, we have Robert.
Hello.
Next up, we have Sarah.
Hey.
And last but not least, Jen.
Hi there.
So, our first question for you three is how did you first find out about the Free Theater? And Robert, we're going to start with you.
All right, I found out about the Three Theater actually through a friend of Marcy, the head of the company, who suggested I look at their website. When I saw they were holding auditions for Pippin, I got straight to the recording process, so.
I found about the Free Theater from my school theater here at St. John's, and then through some of my friends, and then they were posting like on Instagram, come try out, so I thought it'd be fun.
And Jen?
I found out about the Free through a friend who was actually in the show with us. Her name is Ling Wen.
Now, how would you describe your experience with the Free, and how does it differ from other theater experiences you have had, like your school theater, other communities, that type of thing? Robert.
Well, it's very different in that the cast and crew are all teens. It makes communication easier and seems like a great way for high schoolers to pursue the parts of theater other than acting to do, such as our director, Ari, actually. Just a chance to pursue interests beyond the traditional triple threat of singing, dancing, and acting.
Very true. And Sarah?
Yeah, I definitely agree with Robert with it being a student-led group, that it's definitely so different because I'm used to having like a director who's usually an adult to kind of run everything, and like you just kind of act or just sing or just dance, but it's definitely totally different.
And Jen?
Yeah, it's the same for me as well. Just adding on to the fact that everything feels much more like it's a community. From other productions I've had, it feels more like everyone likes to be with everyone else, and it feels like just like a family.
Thank you, Jen. I was wondering what your favorite aspect of the Free Theater has been. And Robert, we're going to start with you again.
I really love everything about the company, but my favorite part is probably the dance. I'm not much of a dancer, but our choreographer Beth has made everything very understandable and enjoyable.
That's really great to hear. Sarah, what about you?
I think my favorite part, like everything's pretty amazing, but I think my like the top part would be the community, because we're just so close already, and it's only been a couple months into rehearsal, but like the cast bonding, everything feels safe, and I just felt so welcome.
Good. I'm glad. Jen, what about you?
Um, Same thing as Sarah. I actually love the idea that the Free really likes to like build in that sense of community with the cast bondings and the icebreakers and such. Like I've never been in a company that focuses on that as much as the Free has.
Oh, it's really sweet to hear all these like really cool responses about like how, like one of the main things about Free Theater is we try to be a community for everyone, and it's really heartwarming to see that it's working. Another question here is there any certain cast or crew member who have you bonded with, like during your time at the Free? Like you can say names, you can like whatever. Like what type of connections have you made? Robert, you can go first.
There are several, but I'd say that Zoe and Ian, the assistant music directors, are the two that I've had the most quality bonding time with. Ling Gwen, the girl who sings the song that I wrote for the podcast at the end of the previous episode, was very great to work with.
You, Sarah?
It's definitely hard to choose just one person because everyone's amazing and we all just like get along. But definitely people who come out to the cast bonding, like Robert and Jen and Chase and Evan and everyone. It's just amazing.
And you, Jen?
Everyone in the cast bonding has been amazing, but I've really bonded with Bella, Simon, and Bash the most. And they were all just super sweet and welcoming.
It's so nice to hear that you all made so many new friends. When I joined the Free Theater, I experienced something similar. I love the Free Theater. I have so many friends at the Free Theater. And, you know, even as rehearsals have moved online, it's good that you've been able to maintain those friendships and that sense of community. But otherwise, how has the online rehearsal process been for you?
Well, I've been in a couple online shows already, but never a musical, and I think that the way they teach us everything is very effective, and it really helps that they post everything in the Google Classroom for us to learn.
The process at the beginning was definitely like confusing and difficult, but as like the weeks and each rehearsal went on, it was easier to like figure out the material, like communicate with everyone, and just have fun while doing it too.
I love how I love how creative they got, the creative team got with figuring out a way for us to do practice and rehearse a production over Zoom. I've never done a production on Zoom, and I don't really use Zoom to like start off with, unless I'm doing school or like meeting people on Zoom. So like singing, dancing, and acting was something like I didn't imagine I'd be able to do on Zoom, and the fact that they figured out how to do that was really impressive.
The online rehearsal process has certainly been a complex thing to work with, but I'm glad it's working for all of you guys and us at the creative team. Um, have you ever done or seen Pippin before doing this show with the Free Theater?
No, it's funny though. I was about to audition for a production of Pippin before quarantine started. We bought the vocal selections and everything. That never happened.
Sarah?
Yeah, I've never done Pippin, but I've definitely watched it on YouTube. So,
And how about you, Jen?
I was never a type to be really into the older Broadway musicals, but the second I saw the audition for Pippin, I was kind of like Broadway starved, so I decided to audition. So I listened to all of the music and like fell in love with it. Yeah.
What is something you did not expect coming into the Free Theater that you have experienced? What's something that surprised you? And Robert, we'll start with you again.
Yeah, I didn't expect there to be committees, and I've had a great time being on the marketing committee.
Sarah?
I definitely didn't like expect all the energy that everyone was gonna have because it's been over Zoom and we're all Zoom fatigued from all our online schools and other activities that we're doing. So it's just really nice to see everyone so excited to like learn all the music and dances and choreography.
Yeah. Jen?
Um, I was very surprised to see the sense of community remain on Zoom because it's much easier to bond with someone when you're in person, and and immediately feeling like I was welcomed over Zoom was just something that I did not expect. Because I'm generally an introverted person in general, talking one-on-one is fine and such, but being in a big group of people was like and expecting to make friends wasn't something that I had in mind when joining the Free, and immediately making friends that first day was just very surprising.
And our final question, what's some advice that you would give to future newbies of the Free? Robert, let's start with you.
Just try to be nice around everyone. The people here are very kind, and the best thing you can do is just be the same.
Sarah?
I would say just be like yourself and give it everything you got, because then you get a lot out of it by learning things from others because you're giving it all your all, and then they're giving it your all.
And finally, Jen.
Um, don't be afraid to mess up, because nobody really cares as much. here that which is what I found out, nobody cares if you mess up. Usually we'll just laugh it off and figure out a way to fix it.
Thank you all so much. You all had such wonderful answers, and it was so great talking with you. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have today. Make sure you're following at Free Theater on Instagram for Pippin updates, content, and more.
And please tune in to our next episode, March 29th.
I'm Gabriella.
And I'm Jarrell.
And
And
this
this has
been the
Pippin
Pippin
Pod.
Pod.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Some people long for freedom, some people long for fame. Some people like it simple, and we all need to attain. The people here are just like that, the people here they know. You keep it free and simple, and you've got a show. To all of the people who don't know who or what to be, the answer is simple. Be free.